When your encampment is waterlogged, when you've got as far as the Macedonian border from a war zone, then news that your journey may go no further is really not what you want to hear. Yet with EU leaders declaring the days of irregular migration are over, what other conclusion is there?
Of course, that make us feel disappointed. You know, most of people here have a hope that they will open the borders, at least for those people stuck here in the border. But finally they said no way to go through these borders. This makes us feel so bad, angry.
There are now around 14,000 people living like this in Idomeni, and yet the Greek authorities are predicting even more will now rush to join them before any deal sealed with Turkey at the end of next week seals them out of Europe as well. Today, the Greek and Turkish leaders met in Izmir, a city Greeks and Turks once fought and killed one another over. But it was all sweetness and roses for International Women's Day, and because of the inescapable fact that the Turks have the Greeks and all of Europe over a barrel, and everybody knows it. How could they not when over 700 migrants came ashore on Greek islands this morning alone? These arrived on Lesbos with many more on the way, adding to the 37,000 already in Greece. So it's no wonder Turkey's offer to take them all back comes with strings attached. Chiefly that one Syrian should be granted asylum in Europe for every Syrian returned across this water. What Turkey also wants is faster talks on EU membership, though with its human rights record at its worst in 20 years, those talks will probably be slow. And visa-free travel from June, that's free access to the Schengen zone for 90 days for 77 million Turks. And €6 billion in aid, double what was agreed last November.
No, Turkey is not demanding any money from anyone. Turkey is spending from national budget for the refugees. I want to make it clear. We are demanding fair burden sharing for Syrian refugees.
Then there are the unwritten demands. At least one person was killed today by rockets fired into Turkey from Syria, possibly by so-called Islamic State. Turkey expects not just sympathy, but support, above all in battling Kurdish militancy along this border. Human rights groups will bridle at that. Where are you from? And they're already bridling at the prospect of people like these Afghans we encountered in Lesbos yesterday being forcibly returned, because their legal rights to shelter are so few on the Turkish side.
As a first reaction, I'm deeply concerned about any arrangement that would involve the blanket return of anyone from one country to another without spelling out the refugee protection safeguards under international law.
And that applause will surely be echoed here. These migrants apparently set to become part of the biggest expulsion of people since Greece and Turkey were at war. Jonathan Rugman, Channel 4 News, Athens.